Welcome to Comics with Dan. We're going to be talking about Gatchaman Jun Apex Heart. This is the second one-shot in the Gatchaman universe, and it's another great book. The first, Gatchaman Ken Deathmatch, was so much fun and suspenseful and had a fantastic ending between Ken and Bergkatze. I really loved that one, and since then, I have been looking forward to this Jun Apex Heart one. The concepts for these books are just wild. The first one dealt with an underground fight club that Ken was infiltrating, and this one has to do with a detective story where Jun basically tracks down this motorcycle gang that's robbing trains to steal technology. I mean, sign me up for that. Those both sound awesome, and they were both awesome. This is no slight on the main series or the Galactor series, but these one-shots have easily been the best part of this Gatchaman universe for Mad Cave. The common factor here is Tommy Lee Edwards. Really, I think he's just writing good stories, and instead of letting the existing characters drive what he feels his story can do, he writes a fantastic story and then gets it to work well with the characters that exist. I think I need to look up more work from him because he's 2 for 2 on these stories for sure. This story follows Jun, or G3, the Swan. I didn't realize that Jinpei was her little brother, but that's a cool background to have. Jun is investigating these death bikers from Galactor who have been robbing trains and stealing tech. This search takes her to a motorcycle company that's owned by the parents of a motorcyclist that Jun very much looks up to. It was her inspiration for getting into motorcycling. Thereon, it's just a really compelling detective story where we get to see Jun solve a mystery as well as get some of the most badass action in the entire series. I'm at the point where I'm ready to read anything that Tommy Lee Edwards puts out. The art by Nuno Platti and Gilda Marchisio was really well done. I think that this was the perfect example of what I was hoping to see with the faces in the main Gatchaman series. It still resembles that old anime look, but it's much more expressive and exciting. So much awesome action in this book. At one point, Jun is riding her motorcycle and drags a death biker's head along the ground with her foot. Just so cool, so badass. That page should be enough for you to go out and buy the book. Marchisio does a good job with the colors. There's almost a grainy texture here that I really like. It fits that kind of detective style pretty well. And I also wouldn't really expect it from a book that's based on an anime, so it was cool to see that variation. Also, the designs for the Death Bikers are so cool, so I really love those. Buddy Bedoyan's letters were strong. There wasn't anything over the top to point out, but sometimes a book calls for keeping it simpler. Which doesn't mean that he phoned it in. There are slight variations for characters and scenarios, but none of the differences are major. It's just a prime example of using quality lettering to guide the reader and not overshadow art that's taking place. I think the saying goes, sometimes less is more. Jun Apex Heart was probably a close second to Ken Deathmatch, but Edwards is 2 for 2, as I said before, on these stories. It's in stores Wednesday, November 13th. Has a price point of $5.99, which is unsurprising given there are 32 story pages in the book. A little steep just in general, but I mean, to me, absolutely worth it. Definitely worth a read. You don't have to read any of the other Gatchaman books or have any Gatchaman experience at all, so definitely go check it out. I think I gave this 4 out of 5 stars on League of Comic Geeks. Make sure you like the video, make sure that you subscribe, check out my other videos here, and thank you for watching.